125 years ago, a circus and fair opened on this very spot in Greensboro. Now it comes back every year. The Central Carolina Fair is celebrating its 125th year with 3 weeks right here at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. Okay, you remember Daryl from Michael's Amusements. He's back for how many year for you here?
This is my 27th year here at the fair. I've been here actually 28, but the pandemic, we didn't have one year.
Right.
So this is my 27th fair.
But the fair's been coming here a whole lot longer than that.
125 years this year is the Central Carolina Fair, which started out as the Guilford County Fair. If you look back in the history books, where the Coliseum actually sets was the original fairgrounds.
Okay.
So it's always been here for 125 years.
That's amazing. Okay, so how has it changed over all those years? What was one of the first ones? What do you think it would have been like?
Well, back when the fairs first were started, there was very few mechanical rides.
Right.
Most of the stuff were tent concessions, minimal food vendors. Cotton candy hadn't been invented yet.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so but it was a lot of acts, a lot of acrobatic stunt people doing shows and things like the original acrobat, which was the original owner of the fair and the Hammond family when it started the fair, come over from Armenia and was part of a traveling circus act, and that's how the fair started here.
Well, it's changed a lot because now rides are kind of take center stage when people come, but also the food and the entertainment and being part of something.
Exactly. The atmosphere here is completely different than going to the mall, for instance, okay? The fair food, which is the number one reason people come to the fair, is to eat. The World Fair Food Federation ranks the fair foods here, and number one fair food last year was funnel cakes.
Of course, a classic.
Number 2 is corn dogs, and number 3 was turkey legs.
Oh, yeah.
Now, 2 years ago, turkey legs were number 1, but they were overtaken the last 2 years by the funnel cakes. Now, we've got all this other stuff, the cotton candy, the candy apples, caramel apples. You can get this stuff at other places, but it doesn't taste like at the fair.
No, you don't have the atmosphere when you do either. You don't hear the screaming from the rides and the laughing and all the lights flashing.
Right, exactly. And the lights flashing is another thing that has changed over the year. First of all, it was incandescent bulbs, and it went to quartz lights. Now it's LED lighting. And so every ride has this spectacular light show. Nighttime, it's really great to see it.
Do you have a favorite ride?
Well, my favorite ride is, of course, we're standing on it right here, the merry-go-round, because it's just my speed. The number one most ridden ride is the Vertigo, which is the 100-foot tall swing ride. You start out, takes you up 15 feet, starts you spinning 25 mile an hour, then you climb the rest of the way to the 100-foot mark, and then back down you go. So that's the
very
number
slowly,
one.
right?
Yeah,
very slowly.
Very slowly, of course, yes. Yeah, right, exactly.
What is your favorite thing about the fair experience?
Well, to see all the different people that come here, grandparents with grandkids, mom and dad. It's a family fun event. Our whole goal here is to feed everybody sugar, not vinegar, unless you got French fries.
One of the big attractions at the fair this year is Roaring Metal Rage, and James Hammond is the announcer for that. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're so glad you're here. Tell us about the show.
Alrighty, so what you're going to see is nothing but amazing. This is stuff you're going to see on TV at X Games, Nitro Circus. We have 2 BMX riders coming and 2 mini bike riders coming. These guys, like I said, nothing short of amazing.
Like, what do they do? What do you mean?
So our bicycle riders, they start just about 12 feet in the air. They hit our drop-in ramp to give them enough speed to hit this ramp. Now them hitting this ramp feels like they're getting hit by a bus. There's so much impact going into this ramp to shoot them up. Shoots them about 15 feet in the air. They have about 3 seconds to do whatever you can think of with a bicycle. They go anything from 360s to backflips, double backflips, whipping the tail end of the bike around, somehow landing back on it and making it safely back to the ground.
So much entertainment to watch, and it's included with your fair admission.
Yep. So once you come into the fair, we do up to 3 to 4 shows a day.
Oh, wow.
So on top of the rides and the food, you guys get a free show when you come to the fair.
And you really can't miss it because it's right here in the center of the fair. Everything is kind of situated right around the show, so you really can't miss it. All right, Hammond, we know that name because there's a long history with the fair here in Greensboro. Tell us about your family.
So I'm a 5th generation circus producer. So our family, we were fortunate enough to be here. We had the fair, and then back quite a few years ago, the Coliseum bought it back from us. My great-great-grandfather came over as an acrobat from Lebanon with the Buffalo Bill Wild West Circus, and from there the rest is history.
So much history in connection to Greensboro too, because for 125 years been coming here, was home, stayed here from the very beginning, 125 years ago, up until the Coliseum was built on this property, and ever since been coming back every single year. What does it mean to you to be part of that family legacy?
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad we're here. I can't thank the Coliseum and the Central Carolina Fair for having us back. This isn't your typical fair where you're gonna see us in a center like this. Normally we were off in a back corner somewhere, and they were fortunate enough that we bring in such good entertainment for them that they were willing to trust us with this. And all right, this is what we want to do, and we laid everything out. And all right, well, here's the space. We're going to give it to you dead center. Okay.
This might be my favorite part of the fair every year, the animals. And Cheyenne Price is with 5 Star Farm. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, so who have you brought to visit with us today?
Baby goats.
Okay.
And we have some alpacas, and we have bigger goats and bigger sheep, and we have, well, everybody likes to say the star of the show, but he's not quite the star of the show this year. We have our camel, Sammy. But if you come down here, the hottest cow in North America. You walk into Michael's, Home Goods, these stores, and what do you see? Pictures of Highland cows everywhere, pillows, blankets. This is the hottest cow, and this is what people go crazy for. They're fluffy, they're cute, and he is itty bitty. He will stay this size. So,
and he's probably pretty hot in this heat, too.
yes, so we brush him, we give him a bath, and we try to keep him as comfortable as possible, but he's here and he is ready to eat. So you can come out and see Chip and Dale tonight. You can feed them and they will love it. They're the sweetest things ever.
All right, which one's Chip, which one's Dale?
This is Dale and this one's Chip.
Okay, Chip, you're not as furry, but oh, you know your name.
Chip said he's the star of the show. Just let him have his spotlight. He's a miniature Highland. Well, he's a micro miniature Highland cow, but she is a cross. She's a High Park Highland.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awfully fun. Okay, we have to meet this guy because this one's pretty friendly. Who is this?
Our alpaca, Alfie.
See, I gave him the mic like Alfie was going to talk. Do you have something to say, Alfie? No, nothing. Okay, Cat's got his tongue.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just waiting for the food. That's what we want. So you can come out and you can feed these guys. They love it. So just come out. You'll have a really good time and feed the camel. We've done pony rides for forever at the fair. You can see them back here. They're resting, get ready for their night. We've rode your grandkids, your great-grandkids. This is Jason's 29th year doing this fair.
Cheyenne, how long have you been doing this and why?
Almost 2 years now. It's not been a really long time, but I absolutely love it. I love animals. I've always loved animals since I was younger. So this is really fun to meet all these people, to take care of these animals. It's just great. I thoroughly enjoy it and I love it.
And okay, this is probably like, asking you to pick your favorite, baby, but do you have a favorite?
It will be Dale. He's just the cutest thing ever. And he's so sweet and I just love him.
What did Daryl say is the number one reason people come to the fair? The food. And what is the number one food they come to get? Funnel cakes. You can eat funnel cakes to your heart's delight through September 15th right here at the Central Carolina Fair. Find out more by going to GreensboroColiseum.com.